back. Stay with us. Don Rickles is here tonight. He will be up at Lake Tahoe, not in Lake Tahoe, though possibly he may be in Lake Tahoe before his engagement is over. From June 6th through the 20th, and several weeks ago I went back to New York with the Friars Club where they tendered him a dinner as the entertainer of the year. It was quite a night. Would you welcome Mr. Warmth, Don Rickles.
Yes, the jacket is shorter. Thank you so much, Ed.
Thank you.
I spoke to your daughter, Linda.
Yes.
She wants the allowance increased. There's a lovely daughter that goes to summer camp, and she's 42.
What is
Can
it?
I just say something, and then we'll clear up the niceties? Is that the word? Niceties?
That's a word, yes.
I think affiliates are just people, because they're just human beings, I think. But I must say, for you, for this past week, and I watch it, and I'm a loyal fan because you gave me my first shot, and I tell you, to a little bit of somebody knowing me, and this goes for Ed McMahon, I'm sure he'll agree. I think Johnny Carson, without music, because I've hosted this show, and I think without music, and music is very important, it enlivens a show, and you, and I just know in my little experience sitting at the desk, you really have to know what the heck is going on. This man is an absolute genius, really.
Right.
Well, okay, I did mine.
That's very...
Dave Tebbutt said, go out there and... No, he didn't.
That's very sweet of you. That's very nice.
I always cop out, like you do. When it comes to compliments, why is it we as performers always have that insecurity if you say something nice about somebody? Tom Snyder from our local network, I said, Tom, I really enjoy the news, and you've gone through this with me. And he goes, oh, come on. And
a lot of people find it difficult to accept compliments.
Right. I think you find it more in our entertainment world, more so than Ed.
That's right, Don. You're right.
What do you think?
Everything you say is right.
Why don't you go and milk a Clydesdale for a half hour?
Milk a Clydesdale?
That's right. You don't have to play it back. They're annoying me. I happen to love Johnny, and you're turning on me. You were the one that said to me, make a big fuss, let him feel that we love him. No, Ed McMahon is a good guy, and he sits here every night on that couch, night after night, saying, oh, Johnny, you're marvelous. And then goes out to Marina Del Rey. You, honey, you start the boat. Dave Tebbutt's off camera, so I have to do this. Hi, Dave. Dave Tebbutt is a good guy. We all talked about him. You got 3 sets, I got 2, so you're leading 2-0 going into the third quarter.
Well, if you had a show that could stay on the air long enough, you'd get 3. You just haven't made it through the season yet. You got to finish the whole year before you get the set.
Well, you know, I live in New York, and you're in Nebraska with your mom and dad saying, I don't have any more money. His mother and father are sitting on the porch in Nebraska going, why doesn't Johnny call? And his father is not that way. Your dad is what, about 6'2"?
No.
Your father, try to think.
Yes, my dad.
See, when you get that rich, you forget the family. He's so busy in court all day long going, oh, who wants to sue? You got a lovely wife now, Joanna, who I saw.
I'm still trying to get the hassock from the last marriage. Look.
Now, John, you've had, hey, not lucky in love, but now, thank God, you've met the woman of your dreams. Really. Well, and, hey, folks, we don't know. He just calls Ed and I and says, I met the woman of my dreams. And for his success, we go, fine, John. Ned, you've had, you know, never lucky in love, but you're both handsome guys. I'm married 9 years. I want to be with you guys so bad.
But you
I got a Jewish wife that just lays in bed and goes, help me with the jewelry. Now, don't write letters. You taught me that. Don't write letters. Those of you of the Jewish world, if you are a Jew, I am proud. They always say we're rich. That's baloney. We're human beings, all of us. And I wish peace, shalom, to all of us.
Now, You didn't get married, though, until you were late in life.
Well, till I was what?
Well, I mean, most of us got married when we were in our 20s or something.
He's drinking this. Well, to the broads.
Why did you wait? Did you want to find the right girl?
No, because I found myself in the bathroom in front of the mirror going... I was 38 years old before I got married.
Now, that's kind of long, isn't it?
Hey, but you know, we discussed this before, and Ed, you know, well, you guys got married, your first marriages, and I'm not being sarcastic.
38.
But I got news. When you're kids, you come out of college. I never went to college. I come up the hard way. You guys just skyrocketed. But I came out of the neighborhood, and they went, "Want to meet a broad?" And the broad was always like me, you know. But actually, what happened was I met the most darling lady in life, late in life, because I worked with strippers, exotic dancers, as we call them today. You know, with the cobra coming out of the basket, and the cobra went, "I want to be with you." And the broad went, challenge me. It's a long story, and I was on the road a lot. Laying in bed, watching a moth die on the lamp, you know. And when you get like that, you find yourself on a street corner going, "Miss." And then I met my wife, who said, "I'm not some perverted jerk, I'm a person." And now she's sitting at home, just laying there, going, "He's so rich, he's so rich." And my kid's skipping through the house going, "Make more gold, Mommy, make more gold." See, they always say Jewish people have a lot of money. You're an Irish guy, right?
That's right.
Well, you never would have money because you're too busy spending it on beer. You just sit around the house in your bathroom going... Not really. Now, the Irish people are great. I'll tell you, the night...
We need the Irish, don't we?
Huh? We do. Oh, you're going to lead me into Chazarai. Chazarai means my act. I will not do my act. I am not going to go into my act, you dumbbell from Nebraska. I hope you wind up in the wheat field with fungus on your elbow. I made it the elbow. No, John, I tell you, this is an exciting night. All these affiliate... I was at the affiliate dinner last night, which you couldn't make. You were up in Las Vegas at the Allen King tennis tournament, and you said, "I don't want to be there. I want to play tennis." No. When you're that rich, folks, he's right, you're wrong. I'm just a little guy trying to skyrocket. Ed was there, right?
I was there.
You didn't know about it, but you were there. I didn't know about it either. That's true. We had a little man.
You weren't out drinking last night,
Yes. Last night we busted out. I told Ed. We took a table in the back. Joe Scandori, my manager, is not here tonight. There's a holdup in the Bronx. That's Shirley Wood from your staff. Your broom broke, you know. But Shirley I love. And what happened was that we stood in the back, and there was a little beautiful man. His name is George. A little Puerto Rican man. And most guys in our world, and you say ethnic backgrounds, and we all come from a certain world, and George was a little beautiful Puerto Rican man, and he came to me and said, "Mr. Rickles, you want to have drink? I bring you drinks." And it was buffet. Dave Tebbett figured this out. It was buffet for 7,000 people from an affiliates that were going,
sit-down dinner, huh?
And Don Durgan, one of the big executives, said, "Is there some sort of luau going on?" And Bob Howard, the new president, was going, "It's a party." The new president, I met him. He was beautiful. I mean that. You don't see a guy with a cowboy hat and a cap pistol standing in the reception line going, "Bang, bang, you're dead." Anyway, but you go along with it when you need work.
That's right.
You're a millionaire. You just phone your attorney and say, "I'm moody." I lost my thought. I don't know what I was talking about.
A little Puerto Rican friend.
Oh, yeah. So this wonderful man, George, he's a thing. And I love the way they talk. And I say this to my Puerto Rican, my Cuban friends, God bless you, you're beautiful people. And we all have to laugh at ourselves, which I preach in whatever I do. And the great thing was, he came over and I said, "George, I don't like buffets. The reason I don't like buffets is because I came from New York, and my whole life was standing in line in Bickford saying, 'Eggs, eggs.' And the guy went, 'You ain't your time for crying aloud. You ain't your time, we're busy.' And always the black man was in the back going, 'I gotta wash all these dishes. I gotta buff my neck wiping all these dishes.' all his dishes. And the Jewish guy was at the table going... And the Polak going, I'll wash the dishes. And the Irish guy was going, is there a party? Did I cover anybody? Oh, the Chinese. Who's on? Now, so,
I wish you'd do your act, though.
no.
I kind of miss that. But anyway.
Folks, so the punchline, I said to George, I said, here's $10. I swear to God, John, I said, here's $5. Because buffets, I don't know, you know, your whole life, not that I'm a snob, I certainly am not. I came from the street of New York. I came up the hard way. Well, middle-class people. I didn't come up the hard way. As you came from a middle-class family. Did you come from middle-class family?
Yes, middle class.
Middle class, good. No, it's all settled. It's a middle-class group.
It's all middle class.
All middle class. Yeah. No, so...
Came from a middle-income family.
Pardon me?
Came from a middle-income family.
Middle-income family. Where'd you come from?
But they were high class.
But they were high
There's
class.
a difference.
There's a difference. There is. What do you think?
Whatever he thinks is best.
Oh, boy, you don't have the guts. Tell him you're fed up, and you're gonna grab him by the legs and make a wish. He loves you, Johnny. I always loved you. I don't care what you say. You're the best talk show guy in the world. You give me a break. All right. But I'll tell you this, John, one thing, remember, no matter how big you get, these are the affiliates. These are the people that made you a multimillionaire. Love thy neighbor as thy love thyself. You are not of my faith, but I bless you. Hashem, Achoim, Panoi, Chanoi, Panoim. And now made you a helicopter. Read the commercial.
For a moment, I thought I was going to have the operation. At my age, that was smart.
You do what Bob Newhart does. Take a glass of scotch and go...
Well, we'll take a short break here, but we're coming right back.
You better believe it, Hutchlock.
Good shot of your back, David. nice left shoulder. The suit's hanging just a little bit. You can have that taken in.
Hey, you know, the public really doesn't know, because we've been kidding around. We as performers, and you, John, are being with this network so many years and for many, many more to come, because nobody can do what you do. But the whole punchline is, Dave Tebbutt is a guy that every actor has admired and loved. In other networks, that I must say, CBS has Bob Wood, ABC and Marty Starger, but I got news. Dave is the kind of guy that takes you into his arms and says, hey, win, lose, or draw, I'm your friend. And when you fail, he sends you a gift, and that's unusual. And I tell you, David Tebbutt, to all you feel, it's just my own feeling, and my wife and I, you're a beautiful man. Period.
I buy that.
And Johnny feels the same way, and so does he.
I understand you signed this thing with the network?
That's why I made that speech.
Yeah. It's our turn now, huh?
Yeah. No, NBC has given me another chance, and I just hope I get lucky, as you said. And you and I have talked about things that I just hope that they can capture what Don Rickles is, and I really don't know what that is, but maybe someday I'll get lucky.
Oh, it'll happen.
Thanks, John.
My next guest... No, we have to move along, because, you know...
Fine, whatever you say, John.
We have...
By the way, I just got a call. She left, the wife. You'll be in court again with the same lawyer going, we won't pay that! And Ed McMahon's going, I'll testify to whatever you want.
Michael Landon, as you know, is a fine actor. He's got a new show, a new NBC series called Little House on the Prairie, which will start in September. Would you welcome Michael Landon?
Hi, how are you?
Last time you were here, you were talking about the special. It was that time. It was just a special Little House on the Prairie, and it did so well. I understand you're going on now as a...
That's right. We're back on the air with another series.
Are you going to direct them too? You directed that last one, did you? Or...
Yes, I directed the 2-hour pilot. I'll do probably 4 out of the first 13,
yeah.
And then hopefully I'll do a few more because we're picked up.
Can you be objective as a director when you're in the scene yourself? Can you step out and go back and say, hey, now I'm looking at Mike Landon, I'm the director?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, Mike can do that.
Atta baby Mike.
takes care of that question.
Let's zap it right in there, Mike.
A lot of actors can't. They say most actors they say make not good directors because they can't see the forest for the trees or the trees for the forest. It's one of those two.
No, I think for an actor, once you left the mirror, you're okay.
Let the honey sick from the drip, but don't let the bird die. Let the honey sip from the tree.
You sound like David Carradine.
Well, I don't know. You two people are talking, and Ed is standing there going, that's true. That's definitely true.
I sure loved you in Johnny Belinda.
Oh, look at them sing things.
Don't turn on me. I love you. We're two Jews on a hike. These are my people. Can you imagine if they played it legitimate? Have the men move it out. I love him.
You think a Gentile owns a big ranch like the Ponderosa?
Carson lays back when he thinks it's trouble. He's my friend. He and we came up.
I know you
know
told
that.
me so many times. Jeez.
Did you ever work at anything together?
Don and I?
No, you and that set over there.
No, we've been together on several occasions.
Right, we have.
But I've never had anything to do. He's
As
a
an
very
actor.
volatile human being.
As an actor.
Yes.
But he went-
No, not as an actor.
He's
We
a
will.
fine director. He really is.
I'd love to.
But he went to drama school. Did you know that?
Who did?
The television set over there. We're talking about Don. What happens? This is him. Rickles went to. What was it?
Don. Oh, well.
I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, which that and 2 cookies wins me a trip to Disneyland.
He's a hell of an actor. I think he's a fine actor. I don't know if for the people out there who have seen Don in dramatic performance, he's a fine actor.
Well, thank you, Michael. Now,
Tell from the reaction that people feel the same way.
Yeah.
See, when I do
You
speak,
told
I
me
got
when
something to
said
say.
that you had a big following.
little coffee to relax John.
You're awfully quiet tonight, I'll say that.
Well, that's why. No, well, you're talking though. This is your spot. I'm here with Ed trying to figure out.
I was talking to John.
Oh,
Did you attend an acting school?
Yes, I went to a dramatic school at Warner Brothers Studios. It was a free school. They didn't pay the actors.
Right.
And for a long time, they worked that way. And that school was dissolved at a certain point when, this is many years ago, like 20 years, when Jack Warner found out they had it. He came up one day and said, "What is that?" And
I didn't
the
know
coach
you
said,
were-
"It's a dramatic school." And he said, "It's closed." And that was the end of it.
I didn't know that you.
I was
around
washing
that
the
long.
executives' cars. That's how I got on the lot. I drove the cars in, and I went to dramatic school there for about 4 months. It was a good school.
But you didn't get. You had to pay for that, or what?
No, they didn't pay me. I didn't pay them. It was just a freebie thing. And
What was your first part?
first part that I ever did?
tell the truth, I saw it too.
For money?
Yeah.
The thing with the ape when you played the
ape, the ape.
No, with the head. You were a vampire.
No, I was a werewolf.
What?
Don't you love dogs? I was.
Tell him about that.
I was a teenage werewolf. Was my first.
I was a teenage werewolf?
No, I was.
No, I know. See, that was Well,
It's a small
14 years on the ranch didn't hurt the old brain, I want to tell you. Well, Jim Harness once was in, what was The Creature from the Black Lagoon?
No, he was in The Thing.
Well, that's
The
close.
Thing.
Close.
The Thing, and he had the big...
It's a giant frozen asparagus. Marvelous.
Why don't you shut up, Johnny, and get on with it? will you?
Okay, let's do this first.
I hope your pencil gets a rupture.
How can a pencil get a rupture?
I don't know, but we're trying to keep it rolling.
Okay. We'll take a small break here, and we'll come right back. Yeah. We're back. My guests are Don Rickles and Mike Landon. You know, I didn't know that about I was a teenage werewolf. I really didn't. Do you ever look back on that and say, I suppose when you're young and you're in the acting business, you take what is available if you want to get into it, right?
Don't make excuses for films I make.
Oh, I'm not making
John.
excuses for it.
I thought it was a very good horror picture. I happen to like horror films.
Yeah?
And I thought I was marvelous. I won an award from the SPCA. And I think it was a worthwhile film.
Do you remember what you got paid for that?
Yes, I got $600 and 42 pounds of raw hamburger.
What happened after I was a teenage werewolf?
After I was a teenage werewolf, I had one of the pluses from it. I had complete respect from my younger children. No, I went on from there to bigger and better things. I stopped biting friends, and I played the albino in Guns of the Laker. And it's really killing you, huh?
Well, what's the first club you ever played? What was the name of the very first pay date?
The Albino Club.
No. What was the name of the place?
I tell you the truth, to the best of my recollection, the club that we both know that like can bring you some recognition was Murray Franklin's in Miami Beach.
Yeah.
And then the Elegant in Brooklyn. For
Yeah,
Joe
but you played
Scandori.
little joints before that.
No, I
didn't
used
you?
to see you all the time at Slate's.
Well, yeah, but that was late in life. I was doing good then. I was getting $350 a week, and Henry was taking $350 back. It was a long story. We don't want to go into my life. Just roll along about your albino. I'll talk to Marine Raiders. You mean came in over Guam low, eh? Don't suck me into his cockamamie trick-or-treat movie. I did pictures with Frankie Avalon with saying, the beach ball is missing.
That's right. You were in Beach Blanket Bingo.
What do you get your finger out of? You Uncle Sam? I know what I was in. Dumbbell, is this a test?
What
When
was
you
it?
hit a bell, go to geography. Look at that. 2 affiliates went, come on, Harold, the bell rang.
What was the picture you made with Frankie Avalon?
I did a bikini beach party with Annette Funicello, who was not here tonight. She's pumping up beach balls. With Jack Gilardi. I don't know. I did a lot of those pictures. Hey, it's not my life, Dumbbell.
I know
Get
that.
Ralph Edwards. Say something, Ed. Do your trick.
You're rolling, Don. You're
Do what you do best, Ed. The Marine Raiders fight song. Marine Raiders. Marine Raiders. Oh,
Mad.
it's a long night. Jump in, Mike. I'll make you feel relaxed.
But you never liked.
Ride you either, Don.
But you never liked horses, did you?
Yeah, I don't mind horses. They're very nice.
Oh,
Lorne
somebody
was
didn't
one.
like horses. Lauren didn't like horses.
That was the guy. Lorne Green, right, babe? He came
The
from
Canadian mounting.
the Canadian Mountain.
Right.
Never liked horses.
Well, the only problem with the horses is that 4 of us mounting together is a difficult proposition. That is not easy.
I found that out at a party I was at one night. He had this big stallion. It was fantastic. That was before the missus would always say, I don't understand that. That's why she's in a room with a rubber duck.
And happy.
You just wait long enough. There's a biggie along the way somewhere. Do we have to
Okay,
do
have the band play a number.
No. What's the
Now look at this. The affiliates went, the band's here?
When you made some real money, you know, when you got on Bonanza and you started to get, what's the first thing you wanted to buy that you never could afford?
The first thing I wanted to buy,
Yeah, when you finally got some money, say, hey, I'm going to...
a long salami. No, I'm going to tell you. You may think that's a very funny joke.
I do.
If you come from a... There are 2 things when you're a kid, if you've had a very thin slice of salami that you remember. That's true. And that is how dynamite salami is. And it's very expensive. When you come from a family that doesn't have a lot of bucks, a salami is expensive. And the first thing I wanted to have was a long salami and olives with pimentos.
Kosher.
Because they're expensive too. And I have a very big salami in my closet. Because I have very little clothes, so.
We all have our
Yeah, and also you can
our
slide.
problems, Mike. You sure you want to go into this in detail?
Pardon me?
I mean, we all have our little problems. I mean, you want to...
Yes, I'll go into it. It's delicious, and also it helps you get your boots on. You slide it in there a little
I see.
slick on the leather. Salami and olives.
I thought you wouldn't want, but you were serious.
Oh, I'm very
He
serious.
was, because, like saving, right? Isn't that the truth? Like, you think about the days like when you don't have a buck and we all save something in our life saying, hey, if things don't go right. Is that pretty much the story?
No, I just happen to love salami and couldn't afford it. Yeah.
Thank you for that interpretation, Don.
And now back to John Chancellor in New York.
We're going to take a little break here? We'll do that, and then Freddie Prinze is with us tonight. He's got a new show coming up, I think, with Jack Albertson on NBC called Chico and Sonny.
And 19 years old, and I wish him every success.
Very
That's terrific.
funny young man.
Better believe it.
And we'll do this first. He's ready. If you want that oil-free look all day,
Folks,
here's
now
how.
you know he's a dumbbell. Folks.
Natural,
You know that.
Wonder Oil-free makeup from Revlon.
Skip in the park, John.
Friday nights at 8:30, beginning in September, there'll be a new show on NBC called Chico and the Man. One of its stars is a young man we were talking about a moment ago. He's 19 years old. He's the son of a Puerto Rican mother and a Hungarian gypsy father, believe it or not. And he has sensational poise for being only...
No, he didn't.
That's very sweet of you. That's very nice.
I always cop out, like you do. When it comes to compliments, why is it we as performers always have that insecurity if you say something nice about somebody? Tom Snyder from our local network, I said, Tom, I really enjoy the news, and you've gone through this with me. And he goes, oh, come on. And
a lot of
nobody
people
accepts...
find it difficult to accept compliments.
Right. I think you find it more in our entertainment world, more so than Ed.
That's right, Don. You're right.
What do you think?
Everything you say is right.
Why don't you go in? Yes, the jacket is shorter. Thank you so much, Ed.
Thank you.
I spoke to your daughter, Linda.
Yes.
She wants the allowance increased. There's a lovely daughter that goes to summer camp, and she's 42.
What is
Can
it?
I just say something, and then we'll clear up the niceties? Is that the word? Niceties?
That's a word, yes.
I think affiliates are just people, because they're just human beings, I think. But I must say, for you, for this past week, and I watch it, and I'm a loyal fan because you gave me my first shot, and I tell you, to a little bit of somebody knowing me, and this goes Fred McMahon, I'm sure he'll agree. I think Johnny Carson, without music, because I've hosted this show, and I think without music, and music is very important, it enlivens a show, and you, and I just know in my little experience sitting at the desk, you really have to know what the heck is going on. This man is an absolute genius, really.
Right.
Well, okay, I did mine.
That's very...
Dave Tebbett said go out there and...
Back. Stay with us. Don Rickles is here tonight. He will be up at Lake Tahoe, not in Lake Tahoe, though possibly he may be in Lake Tahoe before his engagement is over, from June 6th through the 20th. And several weeks ago, I went back to New York with the Friars Club, where they tendered him a dinner as the entertainer of the year. It was quite a night. Would you welcome Mr. Warmth, Don Rickles.